I mean, can you really call a spaceship a world? But yeah, we're getting a little bit too much into it, huh? I mean, it does seem a little bit like a reach, but I'll accept it. Oh my god. Well, why would there not be Unverse in space? Well, that's a pretty vague mission. Just keep fighting until you win. Which is basically what you have to do, because you don't get to defeat all the Unverse. You just keep fighting until the game tells you to stop. I'm not really sure how many you have to kill. Just keep killing them. Just keep spamming triangle. Because something that's annoying about these guys is they'll, like, a couple will attack you from all directions, which will... You can't really dodge all of them, or... I guess you could use the barrier, but still. It's easier to just spam the triangle button. Yeah, again, you don't even get to defeat all of them. You just keep doing this until eventually the game's like, okay, that's enough. You win. I don't know if it's timed or if it's... Yeah. Yeah, then the rest just vanish. I don't know if it's timed or... I don't know. So yeah, I was kind of excited to see that we got a Lilo and Stitch world. Of course, lacking the Lilo, of course. When you think about it, it's kind of crazy that they have a world like this, but they don't even have one of the major characters of the movie in it. Lilo, the star of the movie, isn't even in this. Because it's not Hawaii, it's, the spaceship. Which, again, could you really consider that a world? Whatever. I mean, it's not like they haven't done real-world locations before, so, I mean, Hawaii wouldn't be too big a stretch. Though something tells me that's not going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, so that makes it weird. We have a Lilo and Stitch world, but there's no Lilo. So I suppose it's not technically a Lilo and Stitch world, because it's not Hawaii. Whatever. I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's just kind of... It's a little bit strange. And then there's these two. I like how Cantu's too tall. Can't even see inside.
Is he the one?
Yes, Grand Councilwoman. I've confined him until we can determine what he is.
Well, how do you get him knocked unconscious? Now, the thing is that every major character in this world, they're doing a reprise of their voice from the original movie. The Grand Councilwoman is Zoe Caldwell. Again, she's reprising from the movie. And apparently the Grand Councilwoman is all she's ever done, apparently. And Gantu is Kevin Michael Richardson, reprising his role. He's done a couple of things like Joker from the Kids WB Batman show, that principal from American Dad, Schnitzel from Chowder, and he's also that Enclave soldier you can prank call from Fallout 2. Yeah, among other things. Yeah. So yeah. So again, I don't know if you could really constitute this as a world, so I don't know why the Unversed are here. But then again, if Beast's Castle can constitute as a world by itself, then I guess anything's possible. Oh god, it's these guys again. And I win! I don't think I even killed them. I don't know, it happened too fast. I didn't see. Yeah.
Very impressive display.
I recognize that voice. It's Jumba.
Wait! You held...
And he does! Terra literally lets a prisoner out of jail.
Is that so?
Because he's like, no, you can trust me, really, it's fine.
To create the galaxy's most destructive...
God, you fucking idiot, Terra. And that's David Ogden Steers, again, reprising his role as Jumba. He also did Codsworth in the original Beauty and the Beast movie, which I never realized. He's also Ratcliffe and Wiggins from Pocahontas, the Archdeacon from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and Kamaji from Spirited Away. And Terra fucking falls for it. He's just like, no, really, it's fine. He's not that bad. He's like, okay, I'll let you out.
Exactly. Everyone always gets antsy and fancies when somebody more powerful...
Yeah, but I think this is the only world where every character, every major character, there's like an announcer over the PA, or like the cop when he chases Stitch and Ventus's story, but like the major characters are all, you know, doing a voiced by their original voice actor, which I like. Because I'm pretty sure this is the only world where that happens. Of course, with like Snow White, you know, Sleeping Beauty, and Cinderella, it's kind of a different story because I imagine the original voice actors are either dead or retired. So I mean, you can't really do anything there, can you?
626 is this way. Hurry!
So I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, there are some treasures up there. You can ride the platforms. I decided to get 1 or 2, but I didn't want to stay in here for 5 minutes getting them all. So I don't. Yeah, high jump. That's pretty useful. I don't. Okay, just taking that off, I guess. Don't need a Aurora, or however you pronounce that. Aurora? No. Aurora? The connection. Yeah, we got a couple big name voice actors here. Well, we got. Well, I guess I don't know. Would you consider Kevin Michael Richardson to be a big name voice actor? I kind of would. I mean, I like his voice. He does, you know, he's pretty good voices. So of course we also have, you know, Frank Welker here. You know. Well, I'll get more into what he's done once we reach the character he voices. Yeah, I guess I kind of like the creativity here of having on the spaceship, and also we also get an explanation as to how Stitch gets to. Well, he never actually gets named Stitch. That's kind of the crazy thing. He never gets his name. He's always just Experiment 626 because he never meets Lilo, and no one ever decides to give him an actual name. But yeah, it kind of explains how he gets to Radiant Garden. It's pretty much how he gets to Hawaii in the original movie. He just crashes there, and he just kind of remains dormant there for like 10 years. I don't know, like no one seemed to really know he was there, so I guess he just chilled up in the castle for a decade and not really causing any trouble somehow. Yeah, whatever. I mean, they were writing backwards with this series, so I mean, you can't really expect everything to make 100% sense. Yeah, with this Keyblade, I always think that the little what do you even call that thing at the end? Not the handle, the other side of the Keyblade. I always think that's like an arm flexing. Yeah, the thing that like faces outward. I don't know what you would call that, but I always think it's like an arm that's flexing because you're a hero, Hercules, you know. You know, another thing, why don't they wear this armor while they're fighting? I never understood that. I mean, they do it for like the final boss battles, but you know, normally they just don't wear it for some reason. I mean, wouldn't you want that extra protection? Yeah, you don't have to kill those on burst. You can just skip over them. But in Aqua's story, you do have to fight them. Yeah, but I can't believe you just let a guy out of jail because he asked him nicely to. Like, for fuck's sake, Terra. Come on. I mean, he even did that stupid backpedaling thing. Oh, he's the most constructive, I mean, constructive experiment ever. Like, come on, seriously? You're really falling for this shit? Come on. Come on. Yeah, and there's this on burst. I mean, it's not really that dangerous. If you just keep attacking, you'll spend too much time splitting up to really attack back. It's kind of annoying to fight, but not a big deal. Yeah, and I do like those little turrets on the walls, spitting plasma out at you. I was looking for treasure chests, just seeing if there was any hiding behind the boxes. Yeah, and I gotta go here and turn off the gravity later, because of course every space ship has a gravity nullifying thing, of course. How do you know that? Is Jumbo supposed to be with him? I guess that's supposed to be the case. Yeah, you can destroy these things, but it's not really worth it. As long as you keep moving, they can't really hit you very easily. Of course, that was me standing still, so of course I got hit. Not because I'm bad at video games or anything, totally. Totally fantastical An expert at video games, totally. I like to imagine that they don't really need to turn off gravity, but there's just that one guy designing the ship that's like, man, no gravity is so cool, I just gotta install this shit. That's what I think. So yeah, again, you gotta appreciate how Vanitas apparently makes unversed that fit thematically within these worlds. You gotta appreciate that. Yeah, and I don't know if I had mentioned this, but I have Experience Walker on, so that's why I leveled up for no reason. I mean, on its own, it's, not too... I mean, it adds up, Like, you're not gonna grind and level up just from walking around, but, as you're walking around and fighting unversed, it really all adds up at the end. I always put on Experience Walker on all my characters when I play this. Uh-oh, you broke gravity. There you go, Terra. I can't believe you broke gravity, man. Sir Isaac Newton's gonna kick your ass. Yeah. Yeah, so again, how come Muggles get to have stores? How come they don't have to follow this world order bullshit? Whatever. I don't know, who needs consistency, Yeah, again, I just hate these because they keep appearing. They keep appearing in other worlds. Just stay in the Radiant Garden, man. Come on. How appropriate, the UFO sticker while I'm in a UFO. I guess it's more of a spaceship, but whatever. There's Experiment 626. And once again, it's Chris Sanders reprising his role. He doesn't really do anything aside from Stitch. He also did 627 and Leroy from the show and then that one movie.
He's the one, and that's the only. The mightiest creature in all of galaxy.
I could probably beat him up. Fuck you, Jumbo.
To destroy everything he touches.
Yeah, it was a good idea for you to trust him there, Terra. Oh, I really enjoyed this movie. I remember the commercials leading up to it. How it was all like Disney's all about princesses and love and romance, and it's like, oh, Stitch is all destructive. What the fuck's going on? I remember that. Like he crashed the Beast and Belle while they were dancing. He like crashed like the chandelier, and then like Aladdin and Jasmine were on the flying carpet. He drove up into that like red space cruiser. It's like, hey Jasmine, come with me, and she's like, ooh, he's got a fancy ass car.
That concept is totally lost on 626.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, just drop it on the floor. Yeah, thank you. Asshole.
Funny. This whole time I've been telling myself I want to be stronger, more independent. But the second I let my heart do the talking, I find out how little I really know myself.
Okay.
And how much I miss
You could just like team up with them, just saying.
that experiment of yours.
Your friends.
You sure about him? Maybe in his heart he wants friends, just like the rest of us.
Impossible. Pesci. He has
Pesci.
sexual feelings.
I always loved Jumba's like.
I have carefully
I don't. What kind of accent is that supposed to be? I never really pinned that down.
evil geniusness.
Here we go. I actually enjoyed this, that we get to fight one of his other experiments. I kind of wish we got to fight one or two others from from the TV show, but whatever. Yeah, so it's Experiment 221, who is voiced and reprising the role from Frank Welker. Yeah, of course, we all know who the fuck Frank Welker is. One of the biggest voice actors in Western media. Well, just to name a couple, he's voiced Fred Jones since day one, Scooby-Doo. He's also voiced Scooby himself for a couple decades. Let's see, a horror from the Page Master. He also does a shit ton of animal roles, like Abu from Aladdin, and also the Cave of Wonders. And then, of course, Megatron and Soundwave from Transformers G1, and various other incarnations, as well as Rumble and Frenzy and Galvatron in the TV show, since they either couldn't or weren't willing to get Leonard Nimoy to reprise that for the show, as well as Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But if I sit here listing all the shit he's done, I'm gonna be naming them until the end of the video. Yeah, so it's an interesting fight because he possesses the arm, the cannons, and he zips around with thunder. Yeah, I do kind of wish we got to fight one or two other of the experiments from the TV show. Yeah, I remember this was like Stitch was pretty much the only TV show based off of a Disney movie I ever watched. Like, I never watched Aladdin or Hercules. I never watched their TV shows. Mainly because I wasn't even aware of them when I was a kid, but I did know about Stitch.
What is it? Why have you returned?
I remember being pretty good. I can kind of think of a few experiments off the top of my head that would be, good boss fights. There was that one where it's like lava, like a lava creature, and then like a water creature combined, or there was one that was like a giant purple one with like 4 arms or something. That could have been a good boss fight. But whatever. I guess one thing is I did kind of notice this game doesn't have very many bonus bosses. Outside of the Mirage Arena, there's only like 2. And they're only in the Final Mix version. Yeah, I love 626's babbling. It always sounds funny. So yeah, that's it. We're done here.
Well, I can't stay here and get caught.
Yeah, I don't need to be. Yeah, I should probably get this prisoner back in his cell, but I'm just gonna fuck off. Yeah, I do notice that Terra doesn't usually stick around and solve the problems he causes. Like with Maleficent, or the Evil Queen, or... let's see what else. No, I guess that's pretty much it so far. Well, Master Xehanort, but he hasn't realized he fucked up yet. Yeah, and there's Hyperdrive. I actually really like that. It's a clever Keyblade. It's just, Stitch in his red car with, like, the trail behind him and the little Hyperdrive portal thing opening up. I like that. And it's, so far, the best Keyblade. Yeah, so I guess only like 2 or 3 times Terra fucks something up, but then doesn't stick around to actually solve it, which is kind of a dick move. Yeah, but I think Hyperdrive's better than the Keyblade I have. Let's see. I remember equipping it. Oh yeah, because no, I don't, because strength goes down. Anyway, that's it for now. Next time we'll be going to the final Disney World, Neverland. And I wonder how Terra's gonna fuck up there. Let's see next time. I will see you then.